My life has always been about moving, seeking opportunity. I've never been the first person here. I'm always a visitor.
Pittsburgh will always be home, place of my birth, city that shaped and molded me during my transformative years.
Before Santa Fe, there were artist in residences in Roswell, Pittsburgh, Portland. Before that, I lived in Shanghai, Hong Kong, Baton Rouge. And before me, there was Taiwan. My mom came from Taipei. My dad came from Taichung.
I grew up around a lot of family. I've taken my children away from their grandparents, cousins, aunts, and uncles.
I never tasted my grandmother's food. She came to live with us. My mom cooked sambeiji, 3-cup chicken. My grandmother complained it wasn't cooked long enough. She chewed and chewed, spit the bones out. She made a little pile on the table.
I left Pittsburgh in 2012 to move to New Mexico. I envisioned a new start for me and my children. Little did I know that that new life would be devoid of the Black community.
Could Santa Fe be a home for my daughter and me? We heard that Santa Fe either takes you in or spits you out.
A brown person with no Spanish name, no indigenous roots, no connection, no job prospects, no family.
I made a community of artists and writers, mothers, teachers, transplants. Year by year, Santa Fe opened its arms.
It took some time, but I've developed some close friendships. I'm comfortable here now. And I don't worry about the same things I would back in Pittsburgh. I've only been stopped once for using my cell phone while driving and was let off with a warning.
I've cooked red chili enchiladas for family and friends with a recipe from the internet. How does it have the taste of home when my ama is not from here?
Grilled chicken, collard greens, candy yams, and sweet potato pie. Each bite invites a memory. As a parent, I prepare these dishes for my kids now, hoping that it will connect them to the past, to memory, to home.
I am just the third generation of women folk in my family to be free to choose where to call home. I migrated from New York City to the Southwest. I planted myself here because it felt like there was room for me to grow. The places I lived before, Harlem, Park Slope, Brooklyn, Lower East Side, Manhattan, have long been gentrified, and I do not want to go back there. I don't come from an experience of displacement like my ancestors did, but one of placement. I chose Santa Fe. My roots here aren't deep, but my heart chose Santa Fe.
I was born here, yet I don't belong. I share the feeling of being an inmigrante, even though I'm not actually one. We had come to Santa Fe because it was so hard for my family to make a living in Mexico. And then, when I turned 10, my father was deported. My mother, brother, sister, and I are all citizens, but the whole family moved back to Mexico to stay together. But educational opportunities are hard to come by in my hometown. So 2.5 years ago, I decided to come back here again, this time on my own. I left everything I had just to follow my dreams, porque todos tenemos derecho a soñar. It hasn't been easy, but luckily, my dad taught me how to build a tough skin. If you fall from that horse, you get up, climb back up, and everything will be fine.